The question that the Western political leaders are asking themselves now is, what are Vladimir Putin's next moves? How far is he likely to go? In order to answer that question, they will have to answer another one. What has motivated him to invade Crimea? What makes him tick? To help answer these questions, we have to step back to the beginning of the crisis to see how Vladimir Putin framed it in his own mind and in the mind of his compatriots, and then to figure out what role it plays in Russian domestic politics. Once these issues are resolved, we could then decide how best the Western leaders could structure their response. From the very beginning of the Ukrainian crisis, Vladimir Putin framed it in his mind and tried to frame it in the mind of his compatriots, not as an internal Ukrainian affair, but as the contest between Russia and the West, the same West that Putin firmly believes is plotting against Russia, constantly trying to subvert it. Once the pro-Russian regime has been defeated by the revolution, there was no stepping back for Vladimir Putin. He had to admit that the West has won. That, in turn, created a danger of the erosion of Vladimir Putin's domestic popularity, his legitimacy, and the legitimacy of the regime that he has. It is to recover his losses, to regain domestic political ground, to show that he could not be pushed around, that he decided to invade Crimea. We should not expect any dramatic measures in response to Putin's moves. The military option is completely off the table. Putin knows it, and we know that he knows it. What could be done, what could be practical, is sending the Secretary of State to Kiev to greet the government of Ukraine that Putin still considers illegitimate, and bring with him the first installment of, one hopes, a larger loan, or sending F-15s to the former Soviet republics, which are now NATO members, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, to draw the line in the sand. These are symbolic gestures that acquire political significance. We're now in a contest of wills with Vladimir Putin. The stakes are enormous, and a side with a greater patience, firmness, and conviction will prevail.